So it's my story. My novel is called The Outsider Woman. Now you might be thinking that I'm probably plagiarizing Albert Camus' Stranger, but little did you know, for your information, I never read the Stranger or the any Albert Camus books you guys know. I just know the general idea of what the outsider is, but I did read the No Longer Human. So I want to write a book about a girl that I want to write a book that is combined with a little bit of the stranger and the outsider, the stranger, like whatever you like to call it, Albert Camus books, and No Longer Human combined. So my book is about this girl who has like she just does if you read No Longer Human, that you know that the character is the character really hates everyone, the woman that he thinks of as a social outcast. My character, she has her own struggles that she needs to deal with, but also I kind of find her sometimes very pathetic sometimes, because she makes fuss about the most smallest things, and she really hates people for a very stupid reason sometimes. I don't know, it's just my character. Why are you looking at me like that?
না, যাতে বুঝলাম তাতে কি হবে তা বুঝতে পারতেছি না আর কি।
So
এখন
so reading longer
স্যুপ খাচ্ছি তো, স্যুপের ভিতরে কি আছে, কি কি যেন ভাইসে ভাইসে উঠে সব দেখতেছি, আর তোমার কামু সাহেবের কেচ্চা খাইনি শুনতেছি। বলো।
So No Longer Human is basically the character, we never get to know his name. I just forgot what his name is. I read it back in May, back in 2022 May, whatever. So he just goes on tell that people think I'm funny because I am funny, and I hate women. That's it. That's his whole character. No Longer Humans book is
তুমি ওমেনের হেট করার তো চিন্তা ভাবনা করতেছো কেন?
কে? Who?
তুমি?
No. The character.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Character. Oh, I'm so sorry, baby.
So if I think so. So first of all, I have no wish to publish The Outsider Woman, the book I'm writing, because first of all, it's my first ever book, my first ever original fiction I'm writing, and
কবে লেখা শেষ হবে?
if you count O levels and A levels and and other days, and it's gonna take time for me to write it. But initial thought is to finish it after A level and just give it to you, so you can read it.
আচ্ছা, তারপরে কি করবা?
I want to publish it in Ekushe February book fair.
Oh my god. Okay. না আমি ফান করতেছি তোমার সাথে, তবে তোমার যদি লিখতে ইচ্ছা করে তুমি অবশ্যই লিখবা, তোমার যা লিখতে ইচ্ছা করবে তুমি লিখবা, কারণ তোমার ভিতরের যা বলার আছে আমার কাছে মনে হয় সেটা তুমি মনের যা কিছু তুমি আসলে ভাবতে চাও, তুমি যেহেতু একটু অন কাইন্ড অফ ইউর মম, তোমার যা কিছু ভাবনা, যা কিছু চিন্তা, যা কিছু আছে তুমি তোমার লেখার মধ্যে দিয়ে নিয়ে আসো। তোমার ভিতরে যত স্যাডনেস, হ্যাপিনেস, তারপর ডিপ্রেশন, তারপরে আর কি কম তোমার ভিতরে যা আছে আম্মা সব বাইর করে তুমি খাতা কলমে লেখা লাও, বুঝছো? বের করো।
I know. Okay.
তারপরে আর কি প্ল্যান আছে বলো?
Then other plan is to write another novel.
একটাকে শেষ করলে তারপরে আর একটা কথা বলি।
Oh my god. Oh my, okay. Like, but when you once you have story
তুমি যে
ideas,
একটা
you'll
যে
be
ইয়ে
tempted
কিনলা
to write
ওই যে
about it.
একটা যে ইকোনমিক্সের কি একটা লোকের বই কিনা
Oh, my journey in economic theory.
হ্যাঁ
Oh, like it's just basically the story about like. So he basically the guy is won the Nobel Prize in 2026 for her economic theory. So I just read. He just goes on to tell his story, like how he was like how he was born in 1921 or 1939. Then like he goes on to tell her story about her college days. And how he wanted to be a philosophy major, but then his dad was like, take an economics class, like, and then she took an economics class, and he was like, you know what, forget philosophy, I want to like pursue economics, and maybe figure out something that is missing in economics and no one knows about. So basically he just goes on to work on the theory he believes that could be true. And he also at the end of the first story, like when he starts his book, he says that my success, like, it was very hard for me to become success
অনেক হার্ড ওয়ার্ক করছে
because he worked hard, and some people did not believe in him. His professor laughed at his face when he told them about his own theory. Then he just had a lot of naysayers that didn't believe in him and stuff. Even his professors didn't. But he achieved the Nobel Prize in the end. And today, like, I did some research on that dude. He also wrote more novels than the book I'm reading. The book I'm reading is like the latest works of him. Like, it came out in 2023. So he's basically 96 years old, and he's basically a professor in Columbia University in the economics department.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
তোমার কি ইকোনমিক্স পড়ার ইচ্ছা আছে?
Maybe continue and see if I get an A star. Like, if I do get an A star in O levels, then
আমার মনে হচ্ছে
probably
তুমি ইকোনমিক্স পড়লে ভালো করবা। না মানে নট ফান, মানে তোমার যা পড়ার ইচ্ছা তুমি পড়বা, অবশ্যই তোমার যা ইচ্ছা করে তুমি তাই করবা। এবার পড়তে ইচ্ছে করলে পড়বা, যদি মনে করো যে না মা আমি পড়বো না, পড়বা না, ওকে।
okay.
কারণ ভাত খাওয়ার জন্য
কিছু করতে হবে, like you have to do something.
হ্যাঁ, তোমার ভবিষ্যতে তুমি ভাত খাবা কেমনে, তোমার সেটা করার জন্য তুমি তোমারটা চিন্তা করবা।
Okay.
এখন সেটা চিন্তা করে তুমি তোমার মতো করে কাজ করবা, বুঝছো? আমার কোনো সমস্যা নেই।
Yeah. So recently I also got into my old interest, which was like classics. I want to read a lot of classics books, like Great Expectations, David Copperfield by Charles Dickens, and also like his serialized books, which is called the Pitwell Papers, and other stuff. And I also want to. So back when I was in grade 7, like, there used to be this class called library class, where basically we just go the whole class one by one, go to one room, pick up a book, read it in 45 minutes, and just like, and there used to be and then the teacher just like take the book. It was basically like, okay, you studied a lot, now just take a rest and read a book. It was just like this class. So basically I got hands on two of my books. Like, I read like 4 books during grade 7. So it was basically 2 was classics and 2 was like basically books that literally tell us that I'll get to that later, but the first 2 classics I read was Pride and Prejudice, and the other was Animal Farm. So Animal Farm is basically like the animals like plotting against humans because and it's basically the story about communism, which is not that good. So Animal Farm. Also I read 19. I also want to write. Okay, and I also wrote Pride and Prejudice, which is